But listen to what Nehemiah does. I went to Jerusalem, and after staying 3 days, I set out during the night with a few others. I had not told anyone. I ain't told nobody. I had not told anyone what my God had put in my heart to do for Jerusalem. Point number 4, move in silence. See, something I want you to think about. Nehemiah, he knew what God wanted him to do. He didn't come in and say, hey guys, this is what God has called me to do. Instead, he said, I didn't tell anybody what God called me to do. But I went into the land, and he got into the land and got past the ops, so to say, the opposition. And he comes in here and he's like, I didn't tell anybody anything. He kept it between him and God. It was in his heart. And guess what? God had spoke it to him. He had put it in his heart. God had put it in his heart what he wanted him to do. But one of the key things I want you to understand is sometimes you need to move in silence. Not everybody's for you. Not everybody's going to be for what you're doing. And that's okay, as long as you understand that and just keep moving. Amen? Keep it short. Keep it simple. Keep moving. But there is a time and a season where you should move in silence. And you don't always have to say what you see and what you know and what God's called you to do. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you tell the wrong people what God's called you to do, and you're gonna get rejection. You're going to get mocking. You're going to get all kind of stuff for whatever reasons, various reasons. But point number 4, when you have a humble confidence in God and a yielding, a surrendered confidence in God, you don't have to tell everybody what you're doing. You're fine with just knowing that the God of heaven has put you on assignment, and now you're going to do it. Amen. And I think it's an awesome part of this book to point this out, that he didn't walk around. He come in there to handle the Lord's business. It wasn't time to chat with everybody and do this and do that. He was on a mission. Amen. But he didn't reveal it to anybody. So point number 5, we are moving through this thing pretty quickly. But what I do want to bring to your remembrance is the story of Joseph. Amen. Because I know you know the story of Joseph. And when you really consider it, God had revealed to Joseph, who was too young. He had no discernment. He was not wise at all. He was a little kid, but God told him exactly who he was in dreams. And God spoke to him in dreams, and he took these dreams to his brothers, and guess what? He got thrown in a well and sold into slavery. And this is what the difference between Joseph and Nehemiah is. Nehemiah was a mature man of God. He moved around in silence because he understood. He had an understanding, and he was wise. He didn't have to tell everybody, and it was wise that he didn't tell everybody, so that he could go fully into where he was going and then tell it to the people he needed to tell it to. And I think that sometimes we just got to come to a place to where we understand not everybody's going to understand what you're doing. And that's all right, because God didn't call them to do it. He called you to do it. And when he put it in your heart to do it, he's trusting you with that mission, you with that understanding. And now you need to obey what he's calling you to do. Amen.